Start recording. Hello YouTube, this is Rhino Dan. Hallow son recently got a motorcycle. I'm pretty happy for him. Hallow is one of my best friends, and I want his son to be safe and enjoy his happy riding. So I'm going to make some videos for him. So here we go. So figure eights is the pinnacle of skill. If you can do a figure eight tight like this, that means you are a pretty good rider. And the reason why is because you got to roll on, roll off gas, and do a lot of things. And it's a very tough thing to do. But I was watching him ride, and Hallow made a video for when he was son riding. And if you're the son watching this, I understand you went from a bicycle to a motorcycle, and a motorcycle weighs a lot more. And you were putting your foot down a lot when you were trying to do a corner. And that just means that you don't have your slow speed cornering down. So let's work on that first. So Hallow, in this video we're going to work on 3 things I want you to coach your son on. And this works for new riders too. First thing is I want you to be able to do a circle. You don't have to have much of a lean angle like this. This game is kind of weird. But realistically, just keep a constant throttle like I am. And turn your head and just go a circle. And then when you can do that, make a circle left hand. The goal is not to put your foot down while you're making a circle. Just go in a circle. Keep the throttle constant. You're going to learn how to keep it. No braking. Just a nice constant circle. If you can do this, the reason why I want to do this is because when you get into a road, sorry, the game reset me. When you get into a road, you have to turn around, right? So that's part of the circles. If you can do a circle, that means you can do a half circle. And if you can turn around without putting your foot on the ground, that means, like he just did right there, if you can do that without putting the foot in the ground, that means you're going to be a much safer and good rider. Now turn your head. Remember, you go where you look. So if I'm looking towards these trees, I'm going to hit the trees. If I'm looking... Crap. Which... there we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Forgot how to shift. So if I'm looking towards the circle, I'm looking towards my cornering where I want to go, that's where you go. If I'm looking towards these fences, that's where I'm going. So remember, when you're doing your circle, to look where you want to go. Not in the ground in front of you, but look as far as you can and turn your head. So Hallow, when you're watching your son do the circle, watch to make sure his head is looking through the exit. Right? If you can do that, that's a good way you can coach your son. And if your son can do this, if Mini Hallow can do this, if you can do this, you're already better than 50% of all riders on the road. Most riders do not turn their head when they're cornering. If you can do that, you're going to automatically be better than most people that ride motorcycles. Alright. So if you can do the circle, both right and left circle, constant throttle, then we'll go on to the next phase. And for all you new riders out here, same thing for you. If you can do this without putting your foot down, slow speed maneuvering is one of the hardest things you can do on a motorcycle because the bike gets really heavy. And when the bike gets heavy, people get nervous and they start putting their foot down, they start hitting the brake, they start doing a lot of weird stuff. So if you can control the bike at slow speeds in a circle like this, that means your parking lot, your ability to not get in a crash or to make U-turns is going to be a lot safer. Alright, so if you can do that, let's talk about the next thing you need to do. Alright, there we go. Next thing is the snake. So this is the snake. Some people think the snake's really hard to do. I've actually seen people in California Superbike School crash doing this. So it is kind of hard. So you want to be able to snake. Not this extreme. This rider right here is really good. And then when you get done snaking into your street, you want to just snake back. And the snake is basically counter steering right and left, right? So when you go to the right side, you're going to push the bar straight forward, and that's going to initiate your counter steering. And then when you go on your left side, you're going to push to the left side of the bar straight forward, and that's going to initiate your left side counter steering. So right here, I'm going to counter steer right, I'm pushing right, counter steering left, pushing left. And that's how counter steering works. If you can do this snake right here, that will make you better than 60 to 70% of all riders that ride on the street. Most people can't do this on command. They don't have the ability. They're not that good. So then, if you can do this, and you can do the circle, Now you can do figure eights. And so one of the things I'd want your dad to do is to tell you, he can, when he's coaching you, he can watch you do the snake. And if you get really good at snaking and you're pushing and not pulling, but you're pushing and you're leaning with the bike a little bit and you're working on it, and he can record you and I can give you guys more tips and I can see what you're doing because I can look at people and know how good they are just by their body language. And if you can show me another video, I can give you more help. But if you can learn how to do this, and then what I want you to do, Dad, Hawamoto, I want you to tell your son which way to counter steer. So if you have your right hand out, I want your son to go to the right side. Your left hand out, I want him to go to the left side. I want you to tell him, so if he's driving straight and you go right, he goes right. And then he straightens out. And you go left, he goes left. That way, when something happens, like let's say something's in the road, like debris. I'm going to get out of this tunnel because it's really loud. Yes, I'm driving a two-stroke. Blah, 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 blah. All right, out of the tunnel. Here we go. So, if you can counter steer on command, like that means you can get out of the way of an obstacle. Let's say something's in the road, and you know how to counter steer on command, any direction, right or left. Not your decision, but your dad's decision. He tells you which way to go. That's going to be a huge ups in your motorcycle riding. And people that are, if any of my riders, you new riders out there, you're watching this, you can have a friend, a family member, a friend, somebody to go out in a parking lot and just tell you the right side, left side, and tell you which side to counter steer on. That right there will be huge because you don't know which side to go, and that means you have to do it on command. If you can do that on command, you'll literally be better than 90% of the street riders that ride motorcycles. People can't do this on command. If you can do this on command, you're better than most people that ride. Hands down. If you can do these things, and then you can do the snake. If I can shift. There we go. Sorry, I don't play this game very often. If you can do if you can do the snake, and you can do the full circle, and then you can counter steer on command, and then you can do figure eights. And this right here is one of the hardest things you can do on a motorcycle. If you can do this, because you got to put everything together, you got to roll on, roll off, use your vision, you got to look where you want to go, and you got to trust the bike. If you go too slow, well, I'm trying to you'll go too slow and you'll low side and you'll crash yourself, right? So I'm going to wrap it up like that. So here's the video for you, Hawamoto. It's very simple. You can coach your son, make videos. If you show me what he's doing on your YouTube channel, I can tell you what you need to do next to help him out to become a better rider, a safer rider, to keep him safe, to let him enjoy the riding. And for you new riders out there, this video is for you guys too. If you guys can do this, just watch this video multiple times because there's a lot of information here. If you guys can do these things with a friend or have somebody, I'd love to give everybody personal coaching, but I can't. If you live in the Bay Area and you want personal coaching, ask me on the YouTube. I have no problem coming on a weekend to help you guys out, but I don't mind coaching people. But if you want to, Hawamoto, take more videos of your son. I can tell by his body language or what he's doing and what to do next. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hawamoto, much love. To Mini Hawamoto, if you want, watch my videos, help you out. This video is made specifically for you because you're new. And take for whatever I say to heart, because my interest in you being a good writer is very there. I have your best interest at heart here. So I really want you to be safe on the run you ride. All right, Hawamoto, much love, my brother. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.